Hey everyone, welcome to the Vogue PC podcast. And in continuation on our conversations surrounding life of a tree, and as Earth Day is also approaching, let's talk about what we have in our pockets for what we're doing on Earth Day, and a few days surrounding that. Amit, let's talk about what's happening in Tulum, in Yucatan. Yucatan
Absolutely.
on the on those
Yeah,
times.
really exciting, guys.
Hmm.
We have as you've probably uh, heard us talk about this new initiative that we have started. It's called Life of a Tree, where we have aligned ourselves with Plant for the Planet, the nonprofit that's working tirelessly around the world to plant or to help plant 1 trillion trees on the planet. That's what's needed if we are to hope to have a reasonable experience for our kids, for example, or their
Yeah.
kids. So it's a really important thing, and we start 1 trillion trees by managing to kind of break that down into smaller, more achievable goals, right? Trillion is a very large
Yeah.
number, right? It's a
Yeah.
thousand billion, right? So I think we do 1 billion at a time. We need 1,000 places in the world
Brilliant.
that
Hmm.
can easily accommodate more than 1 billion trees. And the first one that we are aligning ourselves with and getting our hands dirty, no pun intended, with the mud, is in Tulum in the Yucatan Peninsula. And it's a booming region. Tulum is one of the fastest growing geographies in the world. And the Mexican government's really invested a lot in the region, $29 billion just in 2 projects. The international airport, which opened recently, just this past month, and also the train project, the Mayan train project that connects multiple cities, including ruins and towns, in thousands plus kilometers of track.
Wow.
Really nice, right across the Yucatan. So $29 billion of investments, indicating very clearly to the world that this is where they expect a lot of growth in the next 10, 15, 20 years. So it's good and bad, right? Obviously, very good for investors,
Yeah.
for people who want to live a really nice life that's like international. We went there multiple times now, and we've established ourselves to some degree already with our Yucatano project, which is an ultra luxury brand that we are launching, the world's first ultra luxury brand based on the Mayan culture, right? And it's something that everyone there is super excited and proud to be associated with, because it's a really, authentic people's brand, if you will, how we do things. So, that's what's got everyone excited. And now with the Trees Initiative, it's just like a like a match waiting to be lit, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's really exciting. People can basically pay $10 to get a tree planted in their name, real big majestic tree that'll grow in the jungles, and it's all conserved land. And this is a digital tree. It's a connected tree, we call it, which gives you a digital collectible, and it'll unlock lots of cool things as we roll forward with this initiative. Starting with, for example, later this year in November, we have a very special music party, music event being organized in Tulum. Tulum's famous for EDM, electronic dance music. Global artists come there every year to perform, and they have all kinds of cool stuff going on there. So one of the things we will do, it's inside the jungles, like a jungle rave kind of a thing. Not that it's my scene, but certainly I've seen enough of it that I know people love it. So we'll do one very exclusive, high-end talent. No tickets will be sold. And if you happen to collect, let's call it over 1,000 trees over the next few months through your corporate tax donorship or through any kind of, how the community commerce works. So you could be really explaining this on your WhatsApp or on your TikTok or wherever to get people to participate. And let's say you are able to collect 1,000 trees in your wallet, in your account, right? Or more, then you're able to attend that event. It unlocks for you. And it's a whole it's like a weekend full of, absolutely amazing experience in the heart of Tulum. But that's just like a tiny little thing. What's happening on Earth Day is, the launch. So Earth Day is 4/22, for April 22nd. And on the 23rd, we start. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, I think, influencers that are descending there. We are organizing. and they land in Tulum, and they are picked up, and we go on I think it's a 3-day, 4-day, 3-night adventure around the Yucatan, and we are planting trees, meeting locals. We are conserving turtles, helping turtles. There's just a whole reconnection to nature and a connection to the real life that people probably have not even experienced. Maybe many people have never experienced, and some have forgotten. And to go into the stillness of that, jungle, to see, and to feel, animals watching you plant a tree.
Yeah.
Whole different experience, right? And there's a big media team, journalists, multiple videographers, and the whole thing will be recorded and broadcast, and live. You can of course do your own things, and then we are recording these videos and creating a real I would love to see in the future, on Instagram last year or the year before, you would see people with those tiger pictures, taking pictures with tigers, drug tigers in Thailand or wherever that was. Really kind of sad. But this, I think, is a much better way to signal that you're, doing something unique, or, care about the environment, or care about the earth, or care about people, right? This is ultimately about, giving back to a place that's, giving everybody so much, pleasure and enjoyment and so on. But then we destroy it very quickly. Last 5 years in that region, we lost 40% trees. 5 years. That's right. Like, I mean, this is the type of thing that retarded, right? Like, I don't know what else to say. We are all retarded people if we don't know how to behave, in the world. We destroy our own home, right? It's ridiculous. So just basics, getting back to normal behavior, humanness. Your humanity has to be awakened, so that you can recognize that you can't continue to do this, and you have to, not even some great thing, just plant some trees, right? So that's what we're teaching people and showing people and doing it with them. Excited to be there, and it'll be something that I think hopefully everybody starts doing around the world.
Wow. It's good to see people experience that. I mean, like, I know with if you think about it, very specifically from donation perspective, or from doing something good for sitting from your home, that's all good. But if you can see that turn into reality, you can see people actually going and planting trees and experiencing the whole thing, it somehow increases the impact, and the experience of course is like much more lasting than what it would have been if you just donate something or buy a tree, or of course that's meaningful, not taking away anything from it, but this experience adds a lot of value to what everybody should be doing around the world.
I agree. I mean, people have forgotten where food comes from, right? They think it comes from the grocery store, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so they have no idea why a banana can possibly cost $1 or $2, whatever it's become now, right? Because that's if you think about it, that's like an absurdly high number for something that grows plentiful, in the world, right? Fruits in general, right? No one had to cultivate them. Or even if you don't cultivate them, people will continue to find way. I mean, animals live, so there's natural intelligence that runs the whole natural world.
Yeah.
And we have become an unnatural species by destroying and creating imbalances everywhere, right? So really, it's just that people are not used to it anymore. We've taken ourselves so far away from reality that we're just living in some ridiculous, created world in our heads, rather than just recognizing what's going on.
Definitely. I mean, like, this is going to be a really, really eye-opening thing as well, not just like from experience perspective, but when people see, when people feel, and see their familiar faces. Influencers are known to be familiar faces. If you see your familiar faces experience something that lasts longer, that lasts for almost a lifetime, and of course later on people can actually start doing it in their local localities as well. And anyways, we have to, Yucatan is the starting geography. It's going everywhere, and it'll be such an amazing thing to turn into a massive movement.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're excited about. We're seeing people
Yeah.
come. I've been really pleasantly surprised at the reaction that we've been getting for just these basic things that I've been saying. Just, hey, we're going to create jobs, or we're going to plant trees, or like feed people who are hungry. I mean, it's just like, wow, that's amazing. That's so great. I'm like, okay, right? That's not great. That's just like normal, right? Like, you
That
know.
should have been normal. Yeah, that should have been normal.
It's so bizarre,
But
right? Like, and I never
yeah.
expected people to come and say amazing for like such a stupid thing. I was hoping that people would say amazing for our tech, say, wow, look at that tech. They do say that. But then why are you
Yeah.
saying it for planting trees in the same way? Like, it's more amazing to them that we're planting trees, or we are creating jobs because, it's just like an alien topic. I mean, it's an alien approach. I don't know what it is, right? It just seems so normal to me.
Mm.
But yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised that people are like reacting so strongly to these positive things that we want to do. And frankly, the money is a way to finance these things, right? Like, what is it that
Yeah.
else money is for? I mean,
Yeah. That's totally true. Wow. It's amazing, Amit. This is such a thing to look forward to. That I think apart from me or everybody else around us is so excited and is just waiting for it to turn it into reality. And with the launch on Earth Day, that's going to be amazing
yeah,
and
it's
massive.
really exciting. And I'm hoping India starts too. We're talking to one of our
Yeah,
own teammates. I'm sure he'll come on, and one of
yeah,
these days we can have him on, Manjul on, and
yeah,
get him to speak about, how he's connecting the dots with
yeah.
this, would be cool.
All right.
Great, good.
Good.
Thanks.
Thanks. Thanks so much for an awesome conversation, Amit.